Okay, who is it?
His name is Christopher Watson. Christopher.
What?
Not Christopher Watson. I'm sorry, Steve.
Are you making names up?
Never mind. I think I'm good. I just need to get him playing.
Frank Miller. Bob Jones. Any of those familiar? Ted Smith.
When he's like, man, I'm all over the place today. Yeah, I'm signing him up now.
Okay. Who's ready on a disposition? Oh,
Oh, I'm looking.
okay.
That's what
Smith. Steve Martin.
That's you?
Yes, sir.
19-31467 is called. The state of Texas versus Steve Martin. And this is a motion to revoke probation.
Yes, sir.
Is there any restitution?
No, Your Honor.
No, good. Sometimes there is some of these. All right. Does the defendant leave a formal reading of the indictment of the motion to revoke probation? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, sir.
The defendant is present with his attorney, Mr. Adams, and you're on probation,
Sure.
correct? So your probation officer is here with us, and we're going to ask, you had to change probation officers because Jeannie LeBlanc was originally there, right? And she retired recently. In summary, this motion to revoke probation alleges that on January 31st of last year, in this court, you were sentenced to 2 years in the state jail, suspended for 5 years regular probation for the state jail felony of burglary of a building. Is that true? Allegation one states you failed to report to the Orange County Community Probation. I guess there was courtesy supervision granted. We were trying to help you. You failed to report on February 1st, March 25th, and February 23rd of 2022. Was he absconding?
Yes, sir. I was actually his assigned this case in Orange County, and I went out to his house several times and could never even get in contact with him.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're placed on probation January 31st of 2022. So you pretty much quickly abscond from reporting?
Yes.
But whatever you say, okay. Keep in mind, I don't have to take any deal in front of me.
Just this year. Right.
Okay, is there a deal?
No, we're going to you.
Maybe not. Yeah, I may just say no thanks. I'm gonna hear what he has to say, but this reflects that you absconded from the beginning.
He has an explanation for that, Judge.
Yeah, for 2 years? For 2 years AWOL. I want to hear an explanation. But how many times does it show the defendant reported? Right out of the box, he left. When was he ever arrested?
Just recently.
Just recently. So, I mean, we're talking about 2 years from the beginning? Okay.
I think the explanation.
I love to hear this explanation because this court sets a standard. When you're on probation, which is a gift,
Correct.
you should honor it as a gift. Treat it like a gift, not throw it in our face.
Judge, as far as,
So-
he's pleading true to both.
Okay.
He's not
All right,
denying.
all right. Why?
Just reason, well, he's admitting true to one, he's admitting true to two.
Why
the
would you
reason why-
walk off the job on the first day of the job?
From my interviewing with him, my discussions with him, something tragic happened to him around the time he got on probation. I'm gonna let him speak for himself.
Okay, let's hear it.
What happened was, both of his brothers died. He had two close relatives die. And
Okay.
and also,
That's natural life and death, natural.
right,
My father passed. Did I quit? Did I quit coming to work? No, no, death is part of life. It
right,
hasn't, and you just don't say somebody in my family dies. It's tragic. You mourn and you move on. Besides, let me ask you, these are brothers?
yes, sir. Biological brothers.
But- Okay, were they good people?
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you think as they're looking down upon you about your actions that they perish? And so you quite naturally go out and break the law and say it's because of them? No, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
You
it got
go,
worse.
you live your life in their memory the best you can so that you honor their spirit. That's what family is all about. You lose them, but you go on and be the best you can be
Right.
in their honor. You didn't.
Right. But it got worse, Judge. And
Okay,
Right.
what else?
And what happened when they add more misery to the torment that he was going through is not only did he lose both of his biological brothers, but also in my interactions and discussions with him at around this time, his home burned down and he lost. Did you tell me your home burned down? And that all of his belongings, everything went up in flames. And what,
Did you have insurance for that?
yes, sir. Right. And what he
Well, how did that all happen without insurance?
I guess he couldn't afford it. Could you?
No, I know. How did that happen?
Burnt down.
Well, how?
Set it fire. Somebody said it.
It was arson?
Yes, sir.
Who was that? It wasn't you.
Sir.
Well, I mean, who could it be? I mean, people don't generally burn people's homes down unless they have a grudge or something. You would probably know. Do you have a lot of enemies? Well, then it must narrow it down. Who do you suspect?
I suspect it was somebody from my deceased brother's daughter. Had it's a neighbor across the street.
And you got the wrong house?
She used to stay there.
Well,
So Judge,
still, you can't do much patching up your life's problems by going to prison for 2 years, which is what happens when you don't report. I mean, my goodness. And we don't, look, report, if you can't do anything else in probation, you report. You have to report or else you're not on probation. And you pay a handsome price. You pay a price with this court, because if I didn't, people would just say, yeah, I want the Steve Martin rule. Yeah, he didn't report for 2 years. I didn't report for 6 months. So truly, you can't punish me worse than you'd punish him. You can only do 1/4 in all fairness.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's what's fair is fair.
Yes, sir.
And the reasons you've given me are not, they're part of life. They're tragedies which you move through and deal with. And I can understand a week or 2 or 3 or 4, but taking care of things, but not 2 years. And then how were you arrested?
Pulled over a traffic stop.
You didn't give yourself up. Somebody had to stop you and catch you, right? And then there was a warrant for you.
Yes, sir.
Where did all that happen?
Orange.
Okay, there's no agreement on this?
well, the offer was 15 months, state jail. But, my client did not accept that. He was asking for it to continue with him on the probation. I mean, he did lose his home. He did lose his brothers. He's accepting responsibility. He wants to talk. let me say, let me not put your words in your mouth. Let me ask you some direct questions, all right? All right, when we met, you told me that, hey, when you got on this probation, you lost your siblings and your house burned down, right?
Right.
Okay. How did that affect you directly?
Emotional, I was depressed over it. I had had a support system when to help me, and then my house burned down. And I ended up like homeless.
Okay, and when you were homeless, where were you living? In Orange, were you in the streets outside or were you?
Not in the streets.
Okay, so you were homeless, living in the streets. Did you have any kind of transportation to get to the reporting place? And it's true, when this gentleman to my left said, hey, he went out to find you, well, there was no way to find you because you didn't have a house, right? All right, are you asking the judge today, please judge, keep me on probation, and here's what I'm willing to do, tell him in your own words.
If you reinstate my probation, I'll report and I'll pay all my fines.
I'm sorry, I'm not to interrupt you, but we're gonna dialogue here. You made that promise to me when I put you on probation and you swore to God you'd do it. What's different today? You swore to God, you made a sworn oath to me and you promised. And you breached that promise from the beginning. You breached it for 700 days. Every day you were violating. What's different now? We caught you. That's what's different. Like the little mouse who got caught in the trap with the cheese. Just let me out. I'll never eat cheese again. I promise. Sometimes it's the nature of someone
Yes.
to not follow the rules, sir.
I'll pay the 15.
No, that's not what we're gonna do. I'm not accepting. When you abscond like this, I mean, you didn't even go far. You just were in town. You could have walked over to the probation office somewhere. That's what's just, but let's keep our eye on the ball. You're on probation for burglary of a building. You were burglarizing a place at night. Then that's where people steal. We all know about this place. This is a building that people go to steal copper and metals, and that's what you were doing. So remember, let's keep in mind, you're not here for an honest reason in the first place. I mean, somebody's efforts and property, you were trying to take.
And since the judge did bring up that he was on probation for burglaring the building, is there a good thing that you can tell a judge? A positive thing is that while you were homeless in the streets,
And everything.
Did you pick up any offenses? Did you break into any other homes? And even though you didn't have a place to go, a place to lay your head, did you break in anybody's house?
It
So
only takes one crime. You got to be answerable to it, and you refused to be answerable. You avoided being answerable to it. And whether you're committing other crimes or got caught or not doing that, it's hard for me to believe you, really, because you made promises that you're not keeping. So anyway, we can do this all day. We're not going to. I mean, it's pretty clear. Y'all, I don't want you rushing into a decision. Okay, then I'll take the 15 months. I want you to reflect on this. How long have y'all talked about the deal?
I just talked to him just not about the offense 15.
So what do you want to do?
I'll take the 15 months.
And the reason why he initially did not judge his phone, he was telling me is that
He has time to reflect and think about it. Nobody's rushing it. It's when the time is right. But
I disrespected the court, didn't do my probation, and it's all right. It's just, I might as well just do 2 years, state jail that,
well, that's not what they're offering
No.
you. They're offering you 15 months, not 24 months, which I think is very favorable under these circumstances.
I accept that, because you're right, I didn't do that. I disrespected the court, didn't do the process of probation.
I think
I don't have any.
no, because we went unagreed to you.
Okay, well, I disagree with the unagreed plan, and if y'all want to sign up on that, the court will accept that and move on. If that's what he wants to do, but he has time to think about it.
You want to,
You tell me, if that's what you want to do, we can move on with our lives, if that's what he wants, but it's his choice.
can we be serious sometimes, think about it?
What do you want to do, sir?
Sir, I want to do whatever you think is right.
No,
If
you're
it's-
right, no.
Probation's not gonna.
What I think is right is, is a wish, like a Christmas wish. I wish you wouldn't have gotten in trouble. I just wish, man, that's what I would hope for. Now, it's your decision to make, not the court's. All we can do is give you options.
15.
Sign him up if that's what he insists on doing and he's ready to do that. And you're given time for all time that you would have served. I don't know how much time that is.
Back time.
Yes, sir.
I'll sign it.
All right.
Just have a seat.
Okay, Dennis, let's get this Tyford Davis, get him back. Who's who represented Mr. Davis?
Yeah. Okay.
That's me.
Okay, he failed his drug test and
What's the